Yeah, hi all, good morning. So myself, Sudhir Maturi, I'm a Python full stack developer, 7+ years experience person. And today we are going to discuss about Python full stack course. So first of all, under this Python full stack, we'll discuss what are the modules we are going to cover. After that, we'll discuss about the projects, and finally, we'll go with each and every module overview. So observe here under Python full stack, first we are going to cover Python full programming language, and after that, Django framework, and the next one, MySQL database, and GitHub we are going to cover. So these are the modules first we are going to cover under Python full stack. After these modules finished, again we are going to start UI technologies or front-end technologies. Under UI technologies, we are going to cover HTML and CSS, JavaScript, and JQuery along with Bootstrap. So these are the modules we are going to cover under our Python course. And so to finish this course, it will take around some 3 to 4 months duration is required. First, we'll go with the Python, Django, and MySQL. After that, we'll go with the UI technologies only. And here, our sessions from Monday to Friday. So daily, 1 hour session will be there. And in this 1 hour, 40 to 45 minutes is about regular class. And the last 15 minutes, we are going to discuss about doubts only. Doubts or queries about today's session or yesterday's session. So compulsory daily, we are going to allocate 15 minutes for only queries only. So that if any queries also, if we join offline or online also, we can use this time. And along with this course, we are going to cover total 5 projects. We are going to develop 5 projects by using Python and UI technologies. From these 5 projects, first 2 projects, we are going to use Python plus Django and plus MySQL. By using these technologies, we are going to develop 2 projects. From these 2 projects, first project, we are going to design one static institute website with the help of Python and Django. And the second one dynamic web application. Nothing but like an employee portal, we are going to develop one dynamic application. And in this application, we'll use register, login, logout, and different forms, tables. Like this, we are going to use different dynamic features. After UI finished, and again we are going to start remaining 3 projects with the help of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. We are going to develop 3 projects here. So this is about projects information and class duration. And under this course, what are the modules we are going to learn? And after finished of this course, the first one, we are going to conduct a resume preparation sessions based on your previous experience, based on your education qualification. We are going to suggest you about resume preparation. And after that, module wise, will provide you interview questions as well. So for example, if Python Django finished, we'll share you interview questions related to Python and Django. And the next one, daily after this session, we are going to share assignments. For example, today, if we finished 2 concepts, we are going to share few assignments based on these two concepts only. And after this complete material, soft copy will provide you after this session. So daily concept wise, we are going to share you material soft copy, and along with this class recording video also will share you after this session. Sometimes we have to revise same concept multiple times about revision purpose. For example, if you are not attending today, we can use this class recording videos only. So like this, after this session, we are going to provide class recording video and material copy, and daily after this session will share you assignment, and the end of the sessions we are going to work with the resume preparation and interview questions as well. So this is about some small overview of what exactly in Python full stack. Here, what are the modules we are going to cover, and what about the duration and the projects information, this one. And now we'll discuss one by one module in detail. So before going to discuss these modules, first of all, we should know what is web application. So in our regular life, we are using so many web applications. For example, Facebook, YouTube, like this number of web applications we are using. And here, each and every web application divided into two parts. First one is front end, and the second one is about back end only. So here, front end is nothing but UI, user interface, or simply we can say presentation only. For example, when we are going to open any application in our browser, whatever we are able to see on the screen, it is considered as presentation or user interface only. You can observe here, when I open Zoom application, on the screen they are showing different text, different colors, images, styles, some kind of presentation. With the help of this, we are going to display our info only. And the second one is about backend. Backend is nothing but functionality or logics. Functionality or logics only. To develop any type of features in your application, compulsory we have to write a different functionalities in backend. For example, this is about my Zoom application. So here you can see this is about my Zoom application. And here when I'm going to schedule the meeting, our meeting will be scheduled. This is one feature. And when I'm going to click on my account, here my account profile will be there. This is one more feature. So like this, to add different features in your application, compulsory inside of your application, we have to develop different functionality or logics only. Here, these functionality or logics are considered as backend only. So to develop any application, compulsory we have to develop front end and back end. So here, full stack developer is the person to handle both front end and back end. Full stack developer is the person to develop the application end to end. So sometimes companies are going to hire only back-end developers, only front-end developers also. But nowadays, everybody are preferring full stack developers, and based on their requirement, they are going to assign the roles only. So simply, this is about small overview of web application. And in our course, to develop this front end, we are going to use these front end technologies or UI technologies with the help of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and jQuery. Only we can develop front end of your application. And in the back end, if you want to develop the functionality, we have to use Python programming language and Django framework and MySQL database. So simply, these are backend technologies, and here are the front-end technologies only. If you want to become a full stack developer, compulsory we have to learn front-end technologies along with the back-end technologies as well. So in our course, first we are going to focus on back-end technologies. After that, we are going to focus on front-end technologies only. So in these back-end technologies, our first module is about Python. So here, what is a Python and how to work with Python and what are the advantages compared to other programming languages? So see here, first one, Python is general purpose high level programming language. General purpose high level programming language, nothing but by using Python programming language, we can develop basic applications also. For example, I want to design one basic school website. Yes, we can design by using Python. I want to develop one e-commerce application. Yes, we can develop. Like this, by using Python, we can develop any type of application from basic level to advanced level. So that's why here Python we can consider as general purpose high level programming language. And here Python is open source. Open source nothing but it is free software only. So for Python, we have official website python.org. From this website, we are going to download our Python software, and here no need to purchase or no need to pay anything. No need to pay anything here. So it is open source only. And Python is not a new programming language. Python was invented in late 1990s only, but in Indian market from 2012 onwards, day by day demand has been increased. Nowadays, out of 100%, 32% share occupied by Python and 18 to 90% share occupied by Java. You just imagine that demand. So why this much demand for Python? What are the advantages? We'll list out one by one. So here Python is open source only. And third feature is without any knowledge also, we can start our career with Python programming. So because it is very easy compared to other programming languages. For example, I'm into non-technical background. I want to start my career with Python coding only or any other coding. For example, if I want to join Java course, compulsory C programming or some basic programming knowledge is required. But when it comes to Python, there is no programming knowledge is required because from scratch, first step here only, before the Python, there is no basics for Python only. So that's why very easy. And the major reason is here simplified syntaxes are there. Syntax nothing but structure or format only. In programming languages, to develop any type of functionality or logic, compulsory we have to use one syntax only. When compared to other programming languages, in Python, very easy and simplified syntaxes are there. For example, you can see here, I'm going to develop one program like the sum of two numbers program in some Java programming language. So observe here, this is about the program in Java to perform sum of two numbers only. You can observe here this type of curly braces before the variable names data type int and the end of the line semicolons. To print the statement, we supposed to use system.out.println. Like this around some 10 lines of code we have mentioned. But in Python, the same program we can finish within the 3 lines only. So observe here, the sum of two numbers program I'm going to write in Python. First, to perform any addition, we need minimum two values, right? First, a value and b variable. After that, to perform the addition, what is the expression? Simply we can mention a plus b. So if you want to print this result on the screen, simply we are going to mention print of a plus b. That's it. Here is only sum of two numbers program. You just compare the same program with Java. Here I'm not using any curly braces. Here I'm not using any data types like int and float. And at the same way, we are not using any semicolons end of the line. No need to use, because in Python, these all are inbuilt features only. So that's why when compared to other programming languages, here simplified and easy syntaxes are there. Without any coding knowledge also, we can start with the Python here. And here I have a doubt. Sir, I'm into technical, non-technical background. I don't know anything about coding or program. Then how to install the Python and where we have to write the program? So we'll show you. You can observe here, already we know that Python is open source, nothing but free software, and they have their official website, python.org. From this website, with two simple clicks, we can finish the download process. Observe here, just to go to Google. Here I am going to enter just Python download. You can see the first link, python.org. Here is about Python official website. So automatically they are showing download button for Windows only. If you want to install Python in a Mac, you just click on Mac, you can download the software. So see here, I'm going to click on download button. So no need to pay anything, just with a simple click, Python downloaded. Download also finished. So once the download finished, just run the file. When we click on this Python file, immediately they will show you the option is called install. You can see I just click on install, directly process started. So maximum it may take around some 20 to 30 seconds time to finish entire Python setup in your device. So no need to register or no need to log in and no need to perform multiple steps. Only simply two steps. First, click on just install now. After 10 to 15 seconds, they may show you finish button. With two simple clicks, we can finish installation process. You can observe here, they are installing. And here, observe one more thing, they are showing Python 3.11.2. Here, Python 3.11.2 is the version number only. So currently Python 3 is the latest version. In Python 3, we can use any version, no problem. So here you can see almost installation finished. Instead of cancel, they may display finish button only. So this is the basic process only. To install Python, you can use any type of device, basic dual core Pentium device also we can use. There is no specific configuration is required. So let me finish the setup process. So see here, setup was successful and just close here. Now installation is done, but how to open the Python or where we have to write the programs? So see here in Windows, once Python installation is done, they will give you one software is called IDLE. Ideally nothing but integrated development and learning environment. With the help of this IDLE, we are going to write our programs only. So just to after installation, just to go to search. In this search, enter IDLE. See here in my device, already I have 3.9 version. So just to click on this IDLE here. So once we click on IDLE, they will open one new window. Here, by default, they will display version number as well. So for example, when we are going to open application on the screen, I want to display simply welcome message. Here you can see to print the welcome, I just entered print of welcome only. So enter here, immediately they are showing output result also. So as of now, here I am writing only single line of code only. But to develop the application, we have to write n number of lines. For example, I am trying to perform multiple lines. But here, after the first line only, directly they are executing your program. So if we have errors, they are displaying error information as well. But where we have to write multiple lines for this purpose, go to file. Here we'll find the option is called a new file. If you want to write multiple lines of code, we have to create one separate file only. So just click on new file. In this new file, we are going to write multiple lines of code. For example, this is about my program. After that, save your program here. Just click on save. For example, on desktop, I want to save my program. First, enter any valid name, no problem, file name. So here I'm entering some demo. But end of the name, we have to enter .py. .py is the Python extension. If you want to save any Python file, compulsory end of the file name, we have to use .py extension. Based on technology, file extension may vary. So for example, if we are using HTML, the file extension is .html. If we are using PHP, .php. In same scenario, for Python, extension is about .py extension. Now observe here on desktop, we have saved one file demo.py and inside code also done. Now what about the next step? We have to find out the output. We have to check the output result. For this purpose, here only they will give you the option is called run option. Just click on run and run module, or otherwise in our keyboard you can press F5 also, no problem. So just click on run module. When we click on run module, if errors are there, they will display errors along with the line number. For example, in my program, some 1000 lines are there. If they are not displaying any line number, we have to check line by line. But here, they will provide us the line number as well. So based on this number, we are going to fix the errors. For example, here we have fixed all the errors, save the changes, and now run once again. You can see here they are not displaying any errors only. So like this in your program, if we have any errors, they will display detailed information about the errors. In case if there is no error, directly they will try to display output only. So this is about the process, how to download Python, how to perform installation, and how to execute your Python file. So for example, see here the same addition program I'm executing. To perform addition, first we need two variables. For this, we are using two variables, some a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. And here my expression is a plus b. Save the changes and run your program. No error, and at the same way, they are not displaying any output as well. Because to print any statements, to print anything on the screen, compulsory we have to use print method only. So just to enter print of a plus b. Now save and execute here. Now they will display output on the screen. So like this, we are going to write our Python programs with the simple syntaxes only. No need to write syntaxes like Java or C programming. So in any programming language also, concepts are same, but the way of implementation is completely different only. So here in Python, very easy syntaxes are there. So this is about installation process here. And after that, the fourth one is Python, also called interpreted programming language. So what is interpreted programming language? So when it comes to other programming languages, first we have to write our program. Second step, we have to compile the program. Nothing but we have to find out the errors. After that, we have to fix. Final stage, we are going to execute our program. So here, total how many steps we are performing? two steps. First compile, after that execution. But when it comes to Python, both the compile and execution will be done at a time only. So see here is my program. If we have errors, directly they will display errors, or otherwise directly they are displaying output only, right? So in a backend, we have interpreter. In Python backend, we have interpreter. This interpreter going to perform both compile and execution will be done at a time only. So that's why Python also called interpreted programming language. And the next one, Python is platform independent. Platform independent, nothing but we can execute our Python programs in any platform. So generally, when we are installing our Python, by default, we'll get IDLE. By using IDLE, just now we have executed. And at the same way, in our device, we have command prompt, right? By using command prompt also, we can execute our Python programs. And in online, we have Jupyter Notebook. By using Jupyter Notebook also, we can execute our program. And after that, we have few tools. Some third-party tools are there, like PyCharm, Sublime, Atom. Like this, n number of platforms are there. You can use any platform, no problem. Easily we can execute our program. So just now we observed how to execute the program by using IDLE. For example, now I want to execute my program by using command prompt. If you want to execute command prompt, so first to open the command prompt here. By default here they are showing some path only. So first of all, we have to find out where our file is located. You can see here my demo file is located on my device desktop only. So first we have to change the path. So cd space, here I'm pointing to my desktop only. Now my file is available desktop. In command prompt, if you want to execute any Python file, just to enter Python space file name. So here my file name is demo.py. So execute here, the same output will be displayed. Like this, we have n number of platforms are available to execute our Python programs. That's why Python also called platform independent. So like this, we have number of advantages are there compared to other programming languages. So here by using Python, we can develop web applications. Whatever applications we are going to open in online, all web applications we can develop, and we can develop desktop applications also. For example, in my device, we have a calculator. So that is one desktop application. Like this, desktop applications also we can develop. And the next one, database applications. And at the same way, artificial intelligence, data science, like this in each and every field, companies are going to use Python as their backend programming language to develop the functionality of application only. So long back, everybody used Java programming only. But compared to Java programming language, here we have to write less code, because in Java and Python, same concepts only, but the syntaxes are different. Just now we observed to perform sum of two numbers in Java, we have mentioned around some 9 lines of code due to syntax only. The same program we have finished in 3 lines of only. So like this, here we are going to write less number of lines. In any application, if code is less, automatically they will improve our application performance, and application maintenance also easy. And the next one, debugging process also easy. Debugging nothing but fixing the errors only. So if we have less code, if any exception occurred, easily we can fix. So like this, we have number of advantages are there compared to other programming languages. And when it comes to our Python, Our Python module divided into two parts. First one is core Python, and the second one is about advanced Python only. So here, core Python is nothing but all the basic concept from scratch onwards, like Python features, Python installation, how to create the file, how to write the logics, how to write the conditions, how to write the loops, like this. To develop any type of logics, whatever basics are required, all the basics we are going to discuss under core Python only, because without basics advanced concept not possible. That's why first we are going to start core Python. Once the basics are done, then we got the clarity how to work with files, how to work with the logics. But to develop any type of application, compulsory we need few advanced concepts only. For advanced concept purpose, we are going to start with advanced Python only. Here, majorly moves concept, object-oriented concepts. We are going to discuss like encapsulation, class, object, polymorphism, inheritance. Like these few advanced concepts, we are going to cover under advanced Python only. Along with these moves concepts, we are going to cover about different type of modules, and next multi-threading and file handling, and after that regular expressions, and we have few libraries related to Python with the data science like a NumPy module, pandas module, and at the same way matplotlib. So like this we have few advanced libraries also we are going to cover along with our advanced Python only. So basically, when we are going to work with Python for data science, we have to work with the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib like this. But here we are going to cover in Python full stack along with these modules also. So once the core and advanced Python finished, we have a clarity how to write the functionality or logics only. But in real time, in application development environment, we don't know how to implement these logics, where we have to implement, and how to create the application. For this purpose, Python introduced one special framework is called Django framework only. Not only for Python, to work with any type of programming language, compulsory one framework is required. So here Python introduced the Django framework. Django also open source. This framework developed by using Python code only. Whatever concepts we have discussed in Python, we are going to implement in the Django framework only. So by using Django framework, we can develop the application easy manner. So for example, you can see here, I'm a user. In my browser, I'm going to enter www.abc.com. One application URL I have entered here. Once we enter the URL as a visitor, after a few seconds, they will display your application on the screen, right? But in the backend, so many steps are involved. When user enter the URL, in our application, we have one file, URLs file only. If user enter the URL matched with our application URL, they will forward your request to next level. If you visitor entered invalid URL, they will display error message on the screen. So you can observe here. Here I have entered some 𝒕𝒂𝒊𝒍𝒔. Now we can see they are showing error. But when we are entering complete URL, they are showing the application. In same scenario here also. Once a user entered valid URL, they are going to forward URLs to next level is called views level. Views are nothing but logics. By using Python, here we are going to write the logics. This views file going to decide what kind of response we have to display for the user only. So once views received a request from the URLs, and they are going to perform remaining process, and finally they are going to display response on the screen. You can see here as of now here I just mentioned one or two steps only, Like this, multiple steps and the multiple files are involved here. To develop any application completely, we need one structure of your application, but manually not possible to create all the files one by one with connections. So to create entire structure automatically within the seconds, here we are using our framework is called Django framework only. So this is open source Django framework. No need to learn any new language. Simply Python language only we have to implement. So here Django also open source, nothing but free only. And next one, to work with the Django, compulsory we should know about Python programming. So with the help of Python only, we are going to handle this. And here Django is fully loaded, nothing but. For example, if I'm going to develop one application, in my application, I want to display register, login and logout buttons. Here I want to display few forms. I want to display few tables. Like this, different features are required, right? But here, all the features are inbuilt features only. No need to develop separately. Just to import a particular module, you can use the feature in your application only. So that's why here Django is considered as fully loaded. And the third one, major one is about security. Nowadays, all applications are facing security issues. Here, Django will provide security as well. And the next one is about scalability. For example, on a university released their student results. At a time, some lakhs of students are going to open their application. Simply, they will display server error, 502 error, some white page they may display because their server don't have that much capability to handle the visitor. But if we are going to work with the YouTube, you can see here some billions of users are opening, but no issues only. Because in a backend, they are using some strong frameworks like Django frameworks only. Here, Django having that much capability. And the last one is about it is versatile. Nothing but by using Django from basic to advanced level, any type of applications also we can develop. For example, I want to develop one school website. Yes, we can develop. I want to develop one Flipkart website. Yes, we can develop. Like this, basic to advanced level, any type of applications also we can develop with the help of Python with the Django framework only. So in a Django framework, there is no basics, nothing. Daily we have to create different applications with different features only, because whatever logics basics are required, all we are going to discuss under Python only. So here, majorly we are going to focus on implementation part only. So in this Django, daily we are using different new features in our application. By end of the Django, you will get one full-fledged application. For example, in a day one, we are creating one application with empty. Day two, we are adding images, videos. Day three, we are adding login, logout, register. So like this, different features are going to add in our Django based applications. So once Python and Django finished, we are able to handle the backend of your application. We can try as a backend developer, Python or Django developer, web developer positions also will get with the help of these skills only. But to work with any type of dynamic application, we need one database. For example, I'm a Facebook user. I'm going to log in my Facebook account. Just now I have entered my username and password. Once we enter the details, after 2 to 3 seconds, they may display. If a username is invalid, they may display, please enter valid username. If details are correct, they will display your account only, right? So in this case, what they will do, if you are going to log in nothing but already you are registered user only. In registration time, we have entered username, password, email ID, etc. Simply they will store users data. Database nothing but they will store users data only. Simply they will compare your login information with the registration information. If both are matched, they will display your account. But where we have to store? For this purpose, we need one database. By default in the Django framework, they will give you one free inbuilt database is called SQLite. It is inbuilt only, but no need to work with SQL here. But in some companies, they may ask you, SQLite is the inbuilt database. What about some other external database? That's why we are going to cover MySQL database as well. So here inbuilt database is SQLite 3 and external database MySQL also we are going to cover. So like this, with the help of Python, Django, and MySQL database, we are going to handle backend of your application. So once the backend finished, then we are going to focus on front end of your application. To work with the front end, we have to use these front end technologies or UI technologies only. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. These are very easy modules, not only for Python full stack, for any type of coding, any type of development, these UI technologies are the major basics only. So here also we are using the same. So first one is about HTML. What is HTML? So HTML, hypertext markup language. By using this, we can design layout of your application. For example, I want to develop one school website, a school application. So already we have some idea, right? Like what type of tabs, what type of pages we have to mention, what about the logo. We have some idea. As per your requirement, we are going to design the layout only. For example, you can see here I want to display one logo. Here I want to display menu, home, about, courses, contact. After that, I want to display one image. After that, one heading and one paragraph text I want to display. Here I want to display one registration form. And above I want to display login, log out, register. Like this, if you want to design the layout of your application, here we are going to use HTML. And after the HTML, you can observe here, we have a layout, but there is no look and feel, completely raw data, right? To provide rich look for this application, to provide different styles for this application, we have to use CSS, cascading style sheets. With the help of this, we can add styles for your application. So just to observe here, before CSS look is different, after CSS look completely changed only. So that is the major advantage of CSS here. Once CSS finished, then we are going to focus on Bootstrap. By using Bootstrap, we can develop device-friendly or responsive applications only. So nowadays, everybody are using smartphones. Somebody may use tabs, somebody may use desktops or laptops only. Based on the device, the application should be minimized automatically. For example, you can see here, I'm going to open, see here, I'm going to open one Python application. Here you can see menu, about, downloads, documentation, they are showing horizontal manner. After that, content also based on my laptop size, they are going to display. But the same application I'm going to open in mobile view. You can see here automatically content, everything minimized, right? Based on size only. So like this, if you want to develop device friendly or mobile friendly applications, we have to use Bootstrap only. Here, so many ready-made inbuilt codes are there. We are going to use. And after that, next one is about jQuery. To add animations in your application. For example, when we are going to open any application, so see here, I just open my application. First one image displayed. But after some time, what happened? Again, next image will come, and again, next titles will come. So like this, if you want to add any type of animations in your application, we are going to use jQuery. Long back, everybody may use like Flash, these kind of softwares only. Because of these things, website or application may take more loading time. But visitor not going to spend more than 3 seconds to open any application. So that's why nowadays everybody are preferring jQuery to add the animations in our application. And the last module in the front end is JavaScript. So to add any functionalities from client and from front end, we are going to use JavaScript. The best example here I have registration form, name, phone number, email ID, submit button is available. Instead of phone number, if visitor entered email ID, simply they will display, please enter valid phone number, please enter valid email ID. So these are called the form validations only. If you want to perform form validations, we are going to use JavaScript only. So like this, if we want to add any functionalities from front end, from client end, we are going to use JavaScript only. So by using these UI or front end technologies, only we are going to focus on front end. By using Python, Django, MySQL, we are going to focus on back end of your application. So here full stack developer job is to develop both front end and back end only. So when we join in companies, they won't give you both at a time. Based on their requirement, they may assign the back end, they may assign the front end, depends only. But we have to learn both front end and back end technologies. And the last one, we have one small tool is called GitHub only. By using GitHub, we can maintain different versions of your application. For example, today we have launched our application first time. After 2 months, we have added few new features in my application. I'm going to launch one more version. So today is the first version. After 2 months, second version only. So suddenly, for example, second version has been crashed. Immediately, we have to relaunch our first version only, right? But where we have to maintain all these versions with the help of GitHub, we can maintain. And the second one, in companies, by using GitHub, we can collaborate as a team also. For example, if you are developing one application, your team lead is going to create your GitHub account. With the help of GitHub account, he is going to assign the different tasks to different team members. After task finished, again they are going to upload their task here. If any errors or if any request, everything we are going to connect with the help of GitHub only. So simply we can say with the help of GitHub, we can collaborate as a team. We can maintain different versions of your application as well. So not only for Python, for any technology also, we can use the GitHub. By using this, we can download the backup or we can send files to other person as well. So these are the modules we are going to cover under our Python course only. Here first one, Python, and after that Django framework, MySQL database, and GitHub. So these are backend technologies. Once the backend finished, we are going to focus on UI or front-end technologies only. With the help of this, we are going to develop our front-end. So simply, this is about the overview of Python course here.